Welcome back. Trying to be in a room that's quiet and you don't have to hear my yuppie dogs. But I have one dog that has to be wherever I'm at. He follows me everywhere. So he's in here with me. And that's why you don't see my fireplace. And also, I explained before that, I have people in the house. So I give them the courtesy of not listening to me. And you know, it's just how it is. They don't need to listen to what I have to say. They're not interested in any of this. But on my last video, I did say that I wanted to get away from the drama or discussing behaviors for a little bit. And if you hear some weird noises, that's my dog. Just saying. Unless you hear me kind of sneeze or cough. Allergies are really kicking me in the butt right now. We had some warm weather, and now it's raining. We were supposed to get snow today. I don't know what's going on. But I've already stated before I deal with chronic sinus issues, but I have allergies going too. So it's time to start taking those allergy pills that I'm supposed to take daily that I don't. Thank you all. Kind of, that suffer from allergies too. You can, sympathize with that as well. But I said I wasn't going to cover behaviors for a little bit. There's so much ugly stuff going on out in the communities right now, and I wanted to back away from that. And I know I'm all over the place on my channel, and I had, the tragedy that happened, not my tragedy, but for my children. So I'm still dealing with that, and my channel's a mutt as it is, and I'm just kind of all over the place. But I did want to back away from speaking about, what's going on out there in the communities and focus on some more positive things, because there's already enough ugliness out there. And it's not saying that I'm not going to talk about behaviors if something, pops up, but I did want to take some time to maybe focus on more positive things. And I've already stated, I know I'm doing a lot of videos. Like I said, I do pre-recorded videos, and they're not very long. And I will get to those live videos eventually. I do promise I will be doing those. I just haven't, done my research yet. And I will be doing that. But, again, I lost my train of thought. Very easy for me. When you get older and it happens, it will happen. And when you're just talking to yourself, and when you're taking migraine medicine, that doesn't help either. But I feel like there needs to be more positive when you're in the drama community or whatever. My channel, when I was focusing on starting a channel, for one, I was shocked that I even have any subs or followers. I mean, I was shocked about that, and I appreciate everybody that has subbed, and even people that haven't subbed and they still listen, and they make comments. I appreciate that. I was shocked to have anybody even listen to me. And my goal was always to never have a community. Okay, that was my goal. I never wanted to have my own community. I wanted to basically welcome anybody in all different communities, and just be able to have a place to talk about behaviors and talk about, or do crafts or cooking, to have a channel that wasn't like other channels. Okay, that was my goal. Because like I said, I've never belonged to any community. So I don't have a problem with any creator, never have. So I didn't want to be a creator that was, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I didn't want to be a creator that was like any other creator, and that's not trying to sound like, mean or anything, or I'm not trying to put myself up above anybody else. I just wanted to be totally different because, again, I've never belonged to any communities. And before I had my channel, I never went over and chatted or said anything in any community. I just listened. That was it. So I just watched. And so I just wanted to, welcome everybody and do something totally, totally different on my channel. And I didn't want to be one to make sure that my channel was clean and didn't do any type of, making fun of anybody or bashing anybody. I just wanted to talk about behaviors and then, of course, do other things. So I don't know if that made sense or not. I hope everybody understands what I'm saying. Sometimes, like I said, with the medication I'm on, the thought is there in my head, but the words don't come out right. Okay? A lot of times I repeat myself over and over, say a lot too. That's one thing I never did before either, was say a lot, or at least I never noticed it. Who knows? But that was the goal when I thought about doing this, was just to sit here and, have a place where everybody, even if they don't get along, could come and give their input and still be civil, if that's a possibility. And it seemed like it's been okay. I mean, there's been some little iffy times, but it still seems like it's worked out okay. I don't know. But again, we're just going to move past that, because this week I want to focus on more positive things, at least for me. And when I did videos way back, all right, and I know what I was saying before is I've put out a lot of videos, but I don't do long videos. So, and again, they're pre-recorded, so that's why there's so many videos out there. But I said that I was going to talk about, different things, some more positive things, and I just haven't done that yet. And that's what I'm going to focus on this week. And one of the things that I talked about way back when, and I just, it got put on the back burner. I've noticed when I've looked in chats and stuff, a lot of people have talked about how they're struggling financially. And I know that most creators are doing this, for income, to feed their family. Some are doing it to supplement their income, and some are doing it solely as an income. And, I've stated that before, and it's not easy for them to walk away. And when you look in chats, you can hear, well, you can't hear, but you can see that there is a lot of people, and we already know this, there's a lot of people that are struggling, all right? They're living paycheck to paycheck, and they've even stated, times are hard. And so our viewers and subs, they're struggling, right? And so I said before in one of my videos way back that I was going to talk about different ways that people can make money at home to supplement their income, or maybe, it's just to help out, if it's a single mother, to make an income at home. And we are not talking about an MLM, is that how you call it? And I don't want to degrade anybody that does that. Okay. I do not. I just want to put that disclaimer out there because I do know that there's a lot of people that do those things and I don't want to degrade those. But stats show that you have to put a lot of money into that, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and there's only a small percentage that even, you know, makes any money off of those. So we're not talking about that at all. We are not talking about get rich quick, okay? Um, I don't believe in those either. We are talking about doing legit things and to bring in extra income, and it's not get rich quick. And these are things, it's not something that I do, okay, because I work, but that I know friends have done. Um, and there is one thing that I will talk about that I actually have done just a little of, and that's something my daughter did a little of, and I'll explain that when I discuss it, okay, when I point out these different things. But some people that I've known have done these things, and some of them, is just very simple things that people can do that, a lot of people are probably already doing. But that's one thing that I want to talk about when I do a video this week is ways to make money at home. All right. Especially if you have children or some people that maybe that are disabled and they are allowed to make a little extra money, okay? Because you are allowed to make so much when you're on disability, but we all know that disability normally does not pay enough, okay, for you to survive. It doesn't. Or if you work part-time or you work full-time and it's just not paying the bills. Or if you're just a mom that stays home and takes care of the children, and that's a big job in itself, right? That's the most important job you can have. But it's you just need that extra income. You need a little bit extra income to cover the bills. Or, it could be as simple as, you just want to earn extra income to maybe take a vacation or to save up, to help save up for college for the kids or a car for your child or, whatever it is. So I'm going to be doing that this week. And, it's not saying that, it's a major thing. I'm hoping this all comes out right, okay? It's just, it might, like I said, if any of my videos helps one person, then the video was well worth it. So I'm going to do a video on that, on how you can make some money by staying at home. And some of the ideas that I have is just very simple, okay? Very simple ideas. Some of them are people might not have ever thought about, okay? And they are all legit, okay? All legit. No scams. None. No scams at all. All right, so I just want to put that out there. Absolutely no scams. No get rich quick. And no MLMs. None. Okay. So moving on from that. All right, I am still going to be doing, some cooking and some crafts here and there. Again, if those help one person, maybe I'm really big on doing things on a budget. I always have been. Um, I get it. I already said that, I had 3 children. I was a single mom. So I understand completely. My kids, my boys were in sports. My daughter, she didn't want to do anything, but my boys were. They were in basketball and they were in Cub Scouts. Uniforms aren't cheap, you know. So, you know, I understand what it is like to do things on a budget. And, I just kept doing that because there's nothing wrong with still doing things on a budget and having a savings, right? There's nothing wrong with it. Um, so, again, if one video helps one person, if it's just a recipe or if it's just a craft that you can do with your kids, like I said before, those memories, those are the most important things to a kid. When they get older and the things that they remember that their parents did with them as a child, that is going to be the most important thing to them. It really is. Not what you bought them, but what you did with them. So I'll continue to do those. And another thing that I'm going to be covering too, because there is a lot of people, a lot, that suffer from some sort of mental, that have, let me rephrase this, that have some sort of mental health issues, myself included. I have anxiety and I get panic attacks. And you see a lot of people in chat and creators as well that has put it out there, what kind of mental health issues they have. And we live in the fast lane. We do. We have sometimes, it takes both parents to work. And we have a lot of people that only, they don't have that. They are raising children on their own. And they are working so many hours. They are. And then we have the pandemic, okay? And people were out of work or they've been cooped up. And that's just made it worse, okay? It has. Statistics have shown how bad it's made it. And we had a lot of kids that were out of school for a long period of time. And in my opinion, I can just say personally for myself, and I've said this before, I think on one of my videos, my friends and I, we would do these yearly get-togethers. And they stopped because of the pandemic. And it's been, really depressing. It has, not seeing, not having these get-togethers and not getting, because some of our friends live out of state and they would come in for these get-togethers and we wouldn't get to see our friends that we didn't get to see all year long that lived out of state. And it's been depressing not seeing people and being cooped up, not doing the get-togethers like you used to and not going out like you used to. But anyways, I just think the pandemic has made it worse, made a lot of people with depression or mental health issues, it's made it a lot worse. But, I want to do some videos on that. And the videos that I want to do, though, is maybe some coping skills for mental health. And when I say that, one of the coping skills is, like I've mentioned this before, is like, the meditation or finding something that you enjoy. And, a lot of people, it seems like, they've lost zest, for things. And a lot of people are spending a lot of time on YouTube. And myself included, and I found myself, I don't know about anybody else, but I found myself, I would tune in and, you like the drama, but I was finding myself just like, I don't want to say getting depressed, but I was finding myself just like, wow, I don't know, disheartened maybe on listening to a lot of the drama. So that's when I would step back and just not listen. But, a lot of people, they, I know some people don't have friends and maybe they don't have family. And so they consider, communities their family and friends. And I understand that. Um, so I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. But there has to be other things outside of YouTube that they could find to enjoy. And I'm not saying that to be on YouTube, okay? I'm just saying, there is things outside of YouTube as well that can help. Because I've seen where some people are saying, that them tuning in and stuff, it's like they can't stop watching. It's like a kind of like a fix. I mean, it's kind of like you can't look away, it's like watching I don't like horror flicks. I don't. But it's like you are watching and you want to close your eyes, but you can't. And but so they watch, but there has to be something too outside of YouTube that they enjoy. And I'm not talking about everybody, okay? I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm talking about some people that, don't have family or don't have friends. And I've seen some people say that they don't, that they do not have a support group outside of communities. And, I don't know what that feels like. And that has got to be really a horrible feeling. And so if they can find something that they enjoy outside of YouTube, that they can have an outlet as well, that would be great, So that's what I'm going to talk about as well. And I know I'm probably getting all jumbled up here, and I do apologize. So when I talk about that, I'm going to talk about different things that maybe will spark somebody's interest, okay? Um, that's outside of YouTube, that won't cost hardly anything. Those are things I'm going to focus on this week. Different things that you can do, and I'm going to show you different things. Some things, like I said, it won't cost you anything. Some things will cost you very little. Like I said, budget friendly, very budget friendly. And maybe get you, we have spring right around the corner. Get you outside, fresh air. You can still listen to your favorite creator while you're doing it, if that's what you choose to do. Or, you could put YouTube down and, just get outside and get that fresh air, get that vitamin D, maybe get a little bit of exercise, get that body going. Uh, I don't know, like I said, I'll say it again. If a video helps one person, then, my job is done, in my opinion. If it just helps one person. Um, we have I'm going to do a video on how you can do, well, actually, it might be several, okay, on how you can have a spa day at home. We know going to spas, all right, is expensive. It can be expensive. Not everybody can afford it. We have mamas out there that y'all deserve special treatment, okay? Taking care of a home and taking care of your children, like I said, that's the most important job there is out there. There is no other job out there more important than raising children and taking care of a home, because the children are our future. And it's a hard job. You can't clock out. You can't. All right. It's 24/7. Even when they're off to school or whatever, your job doesn't end. You don't get to call in sick. All right. You don't get vacation time. You don't. And this can go for men too. I don't want to leave our men out because there's some single dads out there as well. So I don't want to sound biased there. We have a lot of single men taking care of children. But there are, I'm going to be doing some videos on how you can have your me time. All right. And a spa day at home and different, I'm going to be different. And I know this is going to sound really dumb. And to some people, they'll be like, what? But how you can have a spa day at home where it's not going to cost anything, okay? Or very little. And how to make homemade, okay, face mask where it's all natural. And it's going to probably be the ingredients you have in your refrigerator. And it's going to feel amazing. It's going to feel absolutely amazing. I've done it myself. You're just, where you can just relax at home. I mean, if you don't have the money to go into the spa or the time to go into the spa, you can do this while your children are napping or when they're at school, because it's so important for parents to take some time for yourself. And it's hard to do when you have kids. It is. And I'm not just parents. Let me rephrase that. Not just people that have small kids, but, even, us older people, with grown kids. It's important for us, too, to take some me time, to, and I'll get to all that when I do the video. It is important to have your me time, your downtime, where it's just about you. Because, like I said, life is so stressful now. It really is. We're living in a fast lane. And when you're dealing with some mental health issues as well, it is so important to take that me time. Whether it's to do a home spa treatment for yourself, all right? Whether it's to take a book and take that me time and maybe read something. I used to really enjoy reading, and I have a hammock out here. Well, it's put away for winter because, I didn't want it to get ruined. But last summer, I didn't lay on that hammock the entire summer and read like I normally would like to do. I just didn't make the time for me. And last summer, I didn't do any of the things that I would normally like to do because I didn't make the time for me. And I'm going to make the time for me this summer. And I think that is important. Or if there's a craft or something that you enjoy doing, it is, gardening or whatever it is so important that you take that time for yourself. And so that's what I'm going to focus on this week. And I am going to talk about how you can do that home spa. It might not be perfect like going into a spa and paying how much it costs and stuff like that. But, at least it's not going to cost much because I'm going to show you how you could do it at home. And I guess you'll see when I do the video. But the most important thing is to take that me time. And I know summer's coming up, so the kids are going to be out of school. And it's harder for parents that have younger kids. But, if they lay down for a nap, that's the perfect time. Or even at bedtime, when it's time for them to go to bed. Even if you have older children, younger children, if that's when you have to do it, that's even better. I mean, sometimes you have to do what you got to do when you have kids. For those that are working, after work, sometimes you just have to juggle it. That's what I'm talking about. We don't take enough time for ourselves. We don't. And I think that's really important that we do that. We got to be selfish. Sometimes we got to be selfish and take some me time. Even if it's an hour, we have to have me time to clear our heads, to clear our minds and rejuvenate. So I'll be talking about that as well. The last thing that I wanted to address, and this is just an idea that I was thinking about, and I don't know if mentioned this in a video before or not, but I was just curious. I've noticed this for the past 3 years. We have viewers and subs and mods and stuff like that, and I always ask this question. We have really loyal mods and we have loyal viewers and subs. What incentive do they have for being loyal? I mean, they listen to content and, I don't know. That's something I'm going to be talking about this week as well. I'm going to do a video on that because, I think the creators that do this, for a living and, they have their memberships and stuff like that, and they should be compensated because they put a lot of hard work into their videos and their chats and their time. And I know that their viewers and their subs, they pay for that content. And I totally get that. I get that aspect of it. I'm new, so I'm learning as I go. But I see some mods that are very loyal, or I'm not sure if all the wrenches are mods or if they're just wrenches. But they are very loyal, and I know a lot of them have children or they work or whatever, but and a lot of the subs and stuff, they're loyal too, and I'm just wondering, are they do they have any compensation, or do they, I don't know, do they get anything as well? Or do they just get to listen to the content? I'm not sure. I'm going to talk about that on one of my videos later on this week. But I don't know. I just, I see a lot of mods that, even way back that, they put a lot of time and effort and a lot of research. And it's like a second job. And I always wondered if they ever got compensated, if they ever got anything. And I don't know how that works. I don't. But I was just, kind of thinking out loud there if they ever got anything out of putting all their time and effort into what they do. But as well as some of the subs, that are just like on, the lives. They're constantly, and they're chatting, and they're like on every live and very dedicated, and they do the memberships and stuff like that. If I don't know. We'll talk about that on another video, but I just basically wanted to do this video to explain what I'm going to be doing this week. All right, this is what I'm going to focus on this week. And of course, I said before, drama is what sells. We know that. So drama is what gets the clicks and the views, but clicks and views is not what I'm concerned about. Well, I don't go live, so I don't get the clicks or whatever, but I want to focus more on positive this week. And that's not going to get the views like the drama. But again, if it can help one person, then that means more to me than views. And that's the direction I want to go this week. And that's what I want to focus on. And then I'm going to try to get back into, and I'm still going to continue to do it. I want to do more positive things too. And then I want to try to get back on track because I'm still way behind on what some of the things that I wanted to talk about. So either I'm going to talk about those things, or I'm just going to let it go, because after, the tragedy that happened with my children, that cut me off guard. And, I had to go out of town, and that comes first. My kids will always come first. And I might have to go out of town again. So I just don't know. And I might just start fresh and not even, talk about what I was going to and what I said I was going to talk about. So I have no clue. I might just have to start fresh. And I think what I'm going to do as well is my videos are all jumbled up. They are. So I might separate them and do, I think, that playlist. I have a lot of research to do. I do for the StreamYard. Maybe separate my videos. My channel's a mutt, so I really kind of lost my way, I guess you would say, because it's all jumbled up. So I might take this week, while I'm doing more positive videos, and I might be putting out a lot, but they're not going to be long videos. That's the thing. They're not going to be, which none of my videos are. I think the longest video I did was, an hour and 15 minutes. But, and that's because I repeat myself a lot, and I'm going to work on that too. But, because I would like to go live. And so, and I need to get off my phone and quit being lazy and do it on my laptop, right? And make it a lot easier. So, anyways, I need to do my research instead of being lazy. I should have probably done that before I started my channel on how to do all of this. But again, I didn't really expect to get, followers or subs. I was just, winging it. And so I really appreciate all the people that do follow me or sub to me. I really appreciate that, and everybody that takes the time to listen and to comment. And like I said, I think it's very important that I throw some positive things out there, no matter how cheesy it sounds. It's just taking a break from the negativity, and sometimes we need that. And, I could just take a complete break and not be on at all. But I think it's important. Like I said, I'll say it again. If it can help one person, then it was well worth it. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. And I'm sorry if it sounded all, jumbled up. I will really work on that. I know I've said that 1,000 times, but I think once I go live, it'll be a lot better because this is really hard when you're just talking to yourself and you're not chatting with anybody. It makes it more difficult. It really does. But we'll just see how it goes this week. And, it's not like I'm not listening. I'm still watching some videos that's going on out there, but I'm not watching a lot. I'm still watching here and there, but I'm going to, as I do this week, I'm going to take the time for me too. Um, like I said, it's important. I think everybody needs to take some time for themselves. So, again, I'm going to go, and I hope everyone has a great weekend. And I'm not sure when I'm going to put my first video out on starting this. Like I said, we'll just see. But that's what I'm going to focus on this week. And again, everyone have a great weekend.